Young gangster, what up gangster? Do you have any fitness idols? If yes, who, and would you like to be like them? Obviously this guy, everyone loves Arnie. I probably won't go into detail about why. Everyone else already has. Second, I'm gonna choose Ryan Terry because he's British, he's super humble, and he came onto the sort of fitness scene and like within only a few years, he literally excelled to like being one of the best in the world. Incredible physique. Stephen Copeland, how much do you sleep a night? I get 8 hours when I can, but sometimes, you know, it's like, it's not always. Sometimes I'm like busy and I got stuff to do, and then I'm always worrying about, oh man, but I gotta get my 8 hours in. And then I think about what Arnie says when he says about people who need 8 hours. To those people I say sleep faster. That's what I think of, and I'm like, yeah man, he's right. Fuck sleep, get some work done, be productive. But 8 hours generally, because you've gotta grow, you've gotta rest. I really do notice the muscle fatigue difference when I don't get my 8 hours sleep. Dan Lussenberg, how often would you suggest to work on your abs if you're trying to get a 6-pack while on a 3-day split? I would say abs you can train quite often. I would say you could train them every other day. But if you find on the 3rd day they are still really hurting, maybe there's no point doing abs again, maybe focus on core or lower back, things like that. But yeah, every other day I would say abs. But for me, generally, I do abs once a week. If I'm honest, sometimes I don't do them. And I do feel bad about that because I really do want to work on my abs, but I've just, you know, chest is more important, this is more important. I just feel like it's all more important, but then it's all important, right? So no, I need to work that out myself, man. Owen Cobb, what's up, Owen? How did you learn your training regime? Did you have a trainer or learn from other YouTube channels to gain your knowledge? In the beginning, when I very first started, I went onto bodybuilding.com. Chris Gethin had a plan. I wrote every single bit down, every supplement, time of day he eats, meals, grams, every rep, and I sort of just followed that for a little bit just to get my bearings and figure out what I like doing and how to do it. But now generally, no, I've never had a trainer. When I did my first competition, I didn't want to have a trainer because I wanted to know that if I succeeded, I succeeded. You know, I didn't want to have to say, this guy helped me, thanks for helping me get there. I wanted to be able to say, I did that, I got there, but I did get 2nd place, so maybe a trainer might have helped. But no, generally, it's all well and good trying different routines out. Definitely try out other people's routines, try different exercises, different styles of training, but what you need to do is focus on figuring out which ones of those, which bits of those work best, taking them all and making the perfect workout plan for you. Delenx40, what protein brand do you use? Sounds like it's a good one. It is a good one. Ever since day one, I asked a guy in the gym, what do I need to take to get big? And he told me, go on My Protein and get dextrose. I'd never heard of My Protein. I was like, My Protein, yep, okay. And I went on there, got the dextrose, bought some protein along with it. I've stuck with My Protein. The only other time I've used other products really is I've tried different proteins, and I do like other proteins, but again, the price comes into play. So yeah. Arno Connect, after how long do you switch up your gym routine / exercises? And what is your favorite and why? Okay, so no training session for me is ever exactly the same. And it's not like I've laid it out before knowing that I'm gonna change it. I purely just go, today I wanna smash out this exercise. I want to smash out this exercise, and I've generally got my favorite exercises that I like using and finishing the muscle off with and stuff like that. So I don't tend to change it up as such. I generally stick to the same sort of exercises that I like, but what I do always do is make sure that I'm taking that muscle to absolute failure. So if I've got to drop the weight to a lighter one straight after I've done the heavy one just to make sure it's fatigued, that's what I'm gonna do. And so in a sense, even though I'm not changing my routine, I am changing it because my weights are changing, my sets, my reps, my rest time, all those things are changing. So, and that generally happens on a weekly basis because obviously you always want to be looking to increase your weights and work to a higher intensity than you did the week before. Because if you're only working to what you did last week, then why would your body need to improve to be better next week? You know what I mean? And which exercise is your favorite and why? There's so many, but I'm gonna say my favorite exercise, I love doing triceps as well. Tricep press down, the bar, you know, the one, because it just brings out so much definition. So that's probably my favorite exercise because I'm able to go heavy, I'm able to burn it out. That's a pretty good one. But shoulder press too. There's so many good exercises. Abastakduk also wanted to know what age I started training, going to the gym. Sorry, I didn't mention you earlier, man. Alright, this is a good question from Will G. Will G, what up, G? Trying to drop weight and my daily calories are about 2,900 to maintain weight. What do you recommend I drop to calorie-wise to lose weight? Say 1 to 2 pounds a week. Okay, so for me, when it comes to dropping weight, I always do around about 15% drop in calories. But when it comes to days like leg day and they're a lot more strenuous, I generally eat around my maintenance, maybe just a bit lower, because you need those extra calories. But another way to do it is also you can just drop like 200 calories, see where your body's going with that. If you need to drop more, but go with 15%. You can't go wrong with that. If you really need to diet fast but risk losing muscle, 20% you can also try, but don't go lower than 20%. David Jones Richardson. I went through a gain phase and picked up a decent amount of upper body mass. However, I didn't quite get the ground I wanted to with my legs. I want to continue adding size to my legs while leaning out my upper body. Any suggestions? Okay, you can't just lose fat from upper or lower body, but I'm sure you don't think that anyway, but just putting that out there just in case. Simple thing to do. Find out what your diet calories are, drop them by 15% like I just said. Do that on every day except leg day, maybe even the day after leg day. So on leg day and the day after leg day, eat like the calories that you would eat for like lean bulking, or maybe even just maintenance, because at least that way then you know your legs are getting as many calories as they need in order to grow and recover. But on the other 5 days of the week, 5 days is still loads, you can diet down, and then that way you're also going to be carbing up and stop your metabolism slowing down. So that's quite a good approach, so try that, man. Jim Erpel wants to know where you're from. I am from Wales. That's right there in the UK. Alright, Austin Greystar wants to know, he's saying he's doing a 4-month bulk and he's got to hit a certain amount of calories and everything because he wants to look bigger before shredding before the summer. His question was, I still have a little fat. Is it okay to continue bulking and cut after I'm done? Bottom line is, man, the reason we do this is for us. So if you ain't big enough yet and you want to be bigger, just keep bulking for a bit, man, and then diet later. But if you're ready to diet now, you'll be surprised by bringing out more definition in the muscles actually makes them look bigger anyway. Totally up to you, man. Heyday tips. What is your favorite ab exercise? The best one probably is, instead of hanging, is putting your arms in the little harnesses and do the knee raises, the crunches then, because you can just keep going until your abs completely fail. Whereas when you're hanging, you might have to stop because your hands can't hang on any longer. Sean O'Hara wants to know, what kind of cardio is best? He says he currently does steady state on the treadmill for 20 minutes every session. Should I up it to get the fat down, or am I sabotaging my muscle mass? Most of my cardio is only ever walking on the treadmill, but I do it for an hour fasted first thing in the morning, because 20 minutes isn't quite enough to really chip into those fat stores. If you can only do 20 minutes worth, then you are better off doing HIIT. But saying that, you don't want to really do that after your muscle session because you don't want to risk losing the muscle. Next question from Ellie Baker. Aims and ambitions for the future and how friends and family reacted to bodybuilding and changing physique. No one sort of knew about it. They just knew I was going to the gym a lot, and then next thing you know is my mum saying to my nan or whatever, going, oh, have you seen James go? He's putting on, he's getting bigger. Oh, his arms, this. Every time I see my mum, even to this day, every time I see her, she goes, look at the size on your arms, look at the size on your shoulders. And it's good, because then I'm like, yes, it's working. But I do remember when I first sort of started out, within the first couple of months, and I saw my nan, and she was literally like, look at the size on your neck. Apparently my neck increased. I think it was more because of the traps, you know. So no, people were really supportive. Aims and ambitions for the future. I want to be doing YouTube. I love doing this. I really want to help other people because, like, I'm really happy with my physique and I feel like, you know, I'm getting quite a good physique. But it's so achievable. It's not like I've done something impossible. So I would really love to just grow my YouTube, grow my Instagram, and help everyone out there to just, I'd love people to be coming to me saying, thank you so much for your help, this helped, that helped, you helped me achieve this. That would be incredible. Yeah, I want to make this YouTube something. I want to help people. I would love to, you know, work with brands like Gymshark. Everyone loves Gymshark, and I'm no different. I love Gymshark. Alright, here's a question from Dreamy Edits about the Comfort Zone challenges. He found my channel when I was doing the Comfort Zone challenges, and he said, are you still into them? I haven't done any since the last one, but it's definitely not the end of them. I definitely would like to. I'd love to combine fitness and Comfort Zone challenges. And he also wants to know, did doing YouTube and walking around with a cam and talking in public help with that? And yes, it really did. When I was first starting out YouTube, I was really scared to just talk to the camera. because instantly I could see all you people watching and I was so feeling judged. But now it's just like whatever, and if there's people in the house, there's people around, I don't care. And having so many loyal subscribers like you guys, getting my subscriptions now up to almost 18,000, that gives me confidence. All right, this one's from Craig and Amy, both really good friends of mine. They've got like, I think 10,000 odd subscribers, so go and check out their channel. Okay, so Craig and Amy asked, King and it asked, when you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up? Okay, there was two things I wanted to be. I wanted to be a wrestler or a stuntman. The idea of just flying through tables or smashing through windows, or, you know, being in a fight scene and being thrown off a banister, and oh man, I don't know what appealed to me about that. I just loved the idea of getting hurt for a living. To be honest, the idea of a stuntman still appeals to me now. I mean, I don't think it's not something I'm gonna do, but yeah, I still think it's super cool. That looks like all the questions, guys. I am really sorry if that was long and boring. Hopefully you got some information out of it. Now that my channel's growing, what I'd love to do is collab with some other YouTubers. But most of the YouTubers I know or follow are American, or they're like super big and way out of my league. So if you guys know of any British YouTubers, you could name drop below, or even American, or whoever, wherever they're from. Just name a YouTuber that you think I should collab with. Let me know below. Thanks for watching as ever, guys. You're all absolute legends. Peace out.